Hey guys, Jodie here and welcome back to another Sims 4 room speed build. It's been a while since I've done a speed build, but here I am with a female bedroom and nursery. In the beginning I just wanted to do a nursery, but after, going a bit more through the room, I actually found out that I had a lot more room than first intended. So I ended up combining both rooms together. That way you could have choose twins or sisters or whatever within the room. So we ended up coming up with this weird concoction of a shape. Now there's a lot of indents within the room and I chose to do that so I could sort of lay out the areas of the room. There's a nursery, there's a bedroom, there's a crafting area and also a playroom. I quite enjoyed using these fences. They were something I really wanted to use from the beginning. The problem was, even though I could put the pillars in, I couldn't put the brackets in because if I did that it would separate the two parts of the room. So if you guys want to put that in after downloading it, feel free to do so. That was the intention, but in the end I didn't end up putting it in there. Here we are, putting a little bit of light on the subject because we can't see. I end up going with simple pink walls, mainly because I really did kind of want to cover the room. Well, not cover the room, but clutter it. I think that might be the word to use. If not quite detail it. I messed around with a few of the wallpapers, but in the end, even though I kind of favored the nice pink flowers, which are coming up these ones, I ended up not doing that because I felt it didn't quite help. So I ended up using these penguin sort of bordered trim ones, as the pink is very similar in colour. And I felt it was just a little bit of a juxtapose in with the other coloured pink. So here I am starting out with sort of a table. Now for some reason I don't like using tables in general or bedside tables. And I end up using the kitchen. So those are the two things on the left and the right side. They are the cabinets from the kitchen, and the bottom is it's like a tabletop. Put these curtains in because I felt they framed the area quite nicely. Put in the bassinet. And on the left side we kind of have a dressing area. Now all the ones I thought about putting there just seem to be too high, so I kind of ended up using a mirror from the bedrooms, as well as just a chair, because I felt that just seemed a bit more suitable than having the high kitchen table and all that sort of stuff. We also place on the other side some violins and flowers, a backpack and tissue box later on, but as I find them I place them over there. I don't spend too much time. Still getting used to the idea of moving things up and down, but I'm really glad the Sims 4 has that option. Some of these bears were really hard to find the location of because I knew there were pink bunnies and a horse, and there's this bear from the Valentine's Day update, but in the end I eventually end up finding them. Now I won't lie, with this playroom I did get the inspiration off Deligracy's Barbie LP. So if you want to check that out, head on over. Her speed builds are absolutely amazing. I know she's had the training and the teaching for all colour matches, but they're absolutely amazing with the ideas that she comes up with. I actually came up with the idea of putting the dollhouse in there because I didn't want to section the room off. Now if you're ever playing with this, I find that this dollhouse breaks really easy. So if it ever breaks, just all your Sims can get in there with no problem. I've had 4 girls in there and an adult, an older mother in there, and she seems to have no problem with being able to access or repair any of it, which is really, really good. I ended up putting move objects on because when I was looking for the toys I thought maybe they were hidden in there because of the toys that were in the toy box, because we actually don't end up putting a toy box in here because I felt we were very limited in the style and that wasn't the way I really wanted to go. I ended up using those balloons. They just seem to be super fitting. I put some clothes in. I know they're adult clothes, but I felt because we didn't have a wardrobe that we needed some sort of material in that sense. And here we are finishing with the decorations on the cabinet. Now it took me a little while to figure out what to do with this corner of the room. Though the reason that is there, it's kind of like a smock for painting. I just felt like even though it seems a little big, I wish it was a little small. I think it would have been really, really nice. I wanted to use this, but I didn't know how to implement it or what to put on the wall with the crafting area. I do fiddle around with a few things, but actually come up with the idea, which you'll see later on. And finally, after messing around, I find these damn toys. They were frustrating me so much. So we have the little pony and this llama. I don't understand the big llama. I don't understand the big toys. It would make sense for them to be a bit smaller, but anyway, I basically grabbed any toy that was pink in colour, because every girl can't have too much toys. The white bags and not cleaning it up. Messing around with the giraffe, actually ended up putting the giraffe in this corner, because messing around with it on the other side and the girls can't get out the gate. So I do end up moving it. Now, because show hidden objects are on, there are a couple of hidden objects around the room, such as these little dolls. I thought I ended up making them a little bit larger because I wanted to use them on the wall. So we grab a shelf, sort of the florally shelf, because it was, you know, sort of end up matching, and placing up there. And it took me a little time to get, oh, okay, I messed up there. It took me a little time to get the dolls up there, but I ended up only putting one up there because after doing that I was like, no, they're not going to be there anyway because they're like shown hidden objects. So I ended up just putting the princess one up there and just sort of ignored the other two in that sort of manner. I can't even remember what I was looking for. Oh yeah, so I was trying to think of the ideas for this wall. You know, there was things that seemed to that would fit in the area, but it didn't seem to think it would fit. But these love hearts that came with the latest game pack, Outdoor Retreat, seem to fit there quite nicely. I ended up putting the shelf there just to put little crafting objects as well, so that kind of filled that area in a bit. What am I looking for here? I spend so much time looking for items and other things that I almost forget. Oh yeah, here's that bunny. The bunny was just sitting there, hiding. Oh, it was so frustrating. But I'm so glad I found it I mean, I would have found it in the end, but I would have just sat there half the time trying to find stuff. So here I get to the crafting area. Now, I end up using the separate sort of bandana, just to create because I wanted the girls to be sort of really, really creative. So to fill that area in, here we go. Here's where I tried to fill around with this. Ended up putting that one up there and tried to do this, and this one was really, really fiddly and glitchy, and this is when I decided that I wasn't going to worry about doing them because I knew they wouldn't be there when you guys downloaded it anyway. So if you guys want to get these characters, like these little dolls, just type in bb.show hidden objects and they will show up in the debug section. I ended up replacing the other two dolls with just a simple butterfly photo frame that everyone seems to love, and I put a coating rack sort of in the like a closed hat rack in the corner there, which that filled in the area nicely. Now, I liked to put the white, like the white moon to signify that. And then I put the pink to show that because, you know, light against dark room is pink and it gets darker and whatever, scientists. I ended up putting this giant clock in. And beside that, I put it's like the height measurer. Like, it measures your height when you're growing up, but I couldn't find that until the end. Now, I spent a little time in trying to do this side of the room. But I come up with the idea of putting the bedroom here because it just seemed to sort of fit. I put this nice decorative bed, messing around with a couple of them. It was the only one that seemed to sort of fit, even if I did want the darker colours. I end up putting a nice pink curtain behind here as well, after being able to find that. Oh, that actually looked good. I could have made the 4-post bed. I didn't really think about that. Oh well, that can be in another design in another room. I don't know what for, but you know, we'll find some sort of use for it. Tried this one, but it just wasn't long enough. If it was long, if I could put it up higher and make it long enough, it would have been a big difference. So with this bit, I actually had the girls create paintings and I put them in the inventory and I just spammed them around the wall and then ended up going in build mode. Now, I haven't tested it, but I don't know if these paintings will be there when you guys download. If not, you know, when your girls or your kids create their paintings, you can paste them up there too. So that's what that area is for. Almost forgetting when doing this that I have carpet and oh, okay, I like this little ball of clay. It's actually the most I'm gonna say like small interactive thing that I end up placing there. Now I haven't tested that either to make sure that it's functional. Like I know it works, but I don't know whether being placed on the crafting table works. I placed the nice pink mat. I end up moving that back and after I add the curtain because I felt it was just too close under the bed. Here's me fixing this because I had the girls in there trying to, you know, test everything and they broke it. I wanted to see what the other dollhouse looked like, but in the end I do like this one as I felt it was, you know, that kind of room in doing so. What am I trying to place there? I have, oh yeah, I'm doing the carpets. This is when I remember I actually need a carpet instead of cement floor because I did this very similar thing in my last room speed build where I literally forgot to do the floor. If you want to see that, I'll pop it up on the screen now. It's a contemporary living room, the first ever speed build I've ever done, and I'm so proud of that. So I'm glad you guys have really liked that. Here I am. What am I doing? Oh yes, here I am trying to find this. This was so hard to find, but in the end, I eventually find it. Tried to fill in a few more colors in the wall just so it doesn't look so blank and plain, but other than that I think that is the end. So if you guys would like to see a few more speed builds, put suggestions in the link below. You'll find this on the Sims 4 gallery, so if you type in #AddictiveG or look for my origin ID, if not, click on the link from the description. Now, sometimes for some reason the links in the description are very iffy when it comes to downloading from the store. So if they don't work, please let me know, and I'm trying my best because I don't really want to place the massive long link in the description just so you guys can download it. You can also look for AddictiveG on your phone gallery as well. I keep forgetting we actually have a phone gallery. I think it's the best amazing thing ever created. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode and I'll see you all next time for some more Sims 4.